Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan. This is our Bitcoin Monday morning update. So welcome to the new week, everybody. Hope you guys have had a great weekend. I don't know if you noticed, but I've actually had to clean my desk. It was very dusty. I don't normally watch my videos, and I definitely don't watch them on a TV, but it came up as when I was on YouTube on my TV. It came up as just a suggested video, so I thought I'd just click on it just to see what it looks like on a big screen, and all I saw was just all dust all over here. So a nice Monday morning clean. So yeah, that should look okay now. In case it was bothering a few of you guys, but I'm sure it wasn't. But you know, you do get some of those you get quirky people in trading, and some people have like these OCD things, and they might see that and it might really bug them. But it has gone now. What I will say is that it didn't look as bad in real life when I'm sat here as it did on the screen. But anyway, right, let's go over to those Bitcoin 4-hour charts. Yeah, so Bitcoin on the 4-hour. So we've decided to make a nice bit of a move. As you can see in these candles, we tested our support a few times. We didn't break down. If we don't break down, then we're going to have to test our resistance, and at present we have basically pretty much broke through where I have drawn it. But so obviously it's thin margins here, but as far as I'm concerned, we have broken through. Other people may have this resistance zone or level a bit higher, but this is where I have it. If we go into the daily, just kind of see where it corresponds with, you can kind of see it's not an exact figure. So some people could say that we are still within it, because I mean, even if you extended it up to the bottom of this wick, we are just below that at present. But yeah, but either way, this is looking good. We had this sideways consolidation, we had these highs, and we've taken out of those highs. So what I would be expecting is we'll have to get some continuation now to the next level, the next zone. But if we start to move back down, this could be a pretty textbook swing failure, and then we come and test it. Well, either just basically test the $48,000 level, or potentially even lower. But if I had to guess, the trend is your friend. So realistically, it is upside, and we have broken through the resistance. How I interpret it anyway. So yeah, basically a good start to Monday, morning. So that is what we all want to see. A 50k handle on our beloved B2C. Ethereum Satoshi pairing, this is obviously struggling with the moves in Bitcoin. Bitcoin, like we said, is establishing its next trading range as wide or high as that is going to be. So Ethereum is always going to struggle whilst the attention is on Bitcoin. But I mean, this is the level realistically where, I mean, again, below here is certainly not ideal at all. So maybe this is a bit of a front run of this level, and we're going to continue upwards now, or we are just going to print a lower high relative to all these lower highs that we've had going on. And then come and take it out. I mean, if we want to kind of look at this as the lower high as well, then we are above that now, so we are potentially in the start of a trend reversal here, and we can make our way back up. But more importantly, we've got this horizontal and this horizontal. Get back above here, we'll be looking a lot better. And getting below here, we won't looking so good. But yeah, I mean, Ethereum, it is clearly lagging. You can see here, I mean, it is barely higher than these recent highs. So yeah, expect it at some point to get a move. We do know Ethereum had a lot of hype around it with its EIP. Maybe a lot of buying came in, and now it's just people selling and moving out into other things. But I do think these strong fundamentals will prevail on Ethereum against BTC. Will start to go on a bit of a run. So yeah, part of me sometimes just think, well, Ethereum's such a large market cap coin, could it get like 25-30% moves in a day? But then I see the moves in Solana, Cardano, and those other big cap coins, and they do see big moves. So there is no reason why Ethereum can't make big moves. And as people in this crypto sphere keep saying a lot of supply for Ethereum is coming off exchanges, and we could end up with a squeeze, and we could end up with big moves in Ethereum, big daily moves to the upside in Ethereum at some point. So yeah, we will wait with bated breath for that. The Bitcoin dominance as well, hanging around these lows, looking extremely bear flaggy, so we shall see. Maybe we'll get that move up towards the $53,000 Bitcoin stall out there, and then the baton will be passed over to Ethereum and the altcoins, and they will continue this move down. Possible scenario there, so we shall see how that plays out. Stocks looking obviously good, having a little bit of an ease off in these futures in this morning, but realistically, there is a clear pattern. There is a clear pattern here, and there is the trend is your friend until it isn't. There's no real reason to expect this not to now just drift up in a fashion like this, and then have a pullback, and then potentially get bought or not. You have to play this as you come down. If we do then lose the levels, then yeah, we'll be looking for one of those 10 to 15% deeper retracements. But until those confirmations happen, the trend is your friend. There is a reason that is such a popular saying in trading, in markets in general. Let's have a look at gold and silver. Silver, as you can see, struggling a bit down here. Gold not struggling as much, if we see. So if we do go to the gold silver ratio, I mean, I say not struggling as much, it has regained this level. So now, as you can see, this area is of importance. I mean, if I extended this along, you can kind of see where we are at. So we want to push on from here, or we could be seeing basically be taking out these lows and continuing further down. The gold silver ratio is obviously in the ascent, as we could obviously tell by looking at that silver and gold chart, because this is obviously a derivative of those two. But yeah, so this is obviously having a bit of a hockey stick, a bit of a J hook. So yeah, we'll see how that plays out. So obviously you guys know I'm bearish on this, but I mean, I've been bearish on this since we had our blow off top all the way up here. So this is nothing realistically to be too worried about. We've obviously got horizontal level of resistance here. We might as well draw it in if I get to the right, if this is going to come up. Yeah, so we can pretty much draw it. In fact, we'll go to a daily. We can pretty much draw it around, yeah, roughly here to about here. Oop, need to click it again. Roughly here to about here. Yeah, get over this area. It could pretty much be curtains for silver, and gold will be the monetary metal of choice again. Sorry, not metal of choice, but the monetary asset of choice, because obviously crypto, Bitcoin is not a metal, but it appears to be increasingly the monetary asset, the new monetary asset of choice. But yeah, get above there. Maybe we go back to gold. Gold's going to continue upwards. We shall see. Right now, let's have a look at the stochastics. Are they gonna can they accelerate us up to that $53,000 Bitcoin level? Yeah, 4 hour has had a nice bullish reset. We clearly sat at our highs and pulled off and turning back up again. So a little bit of nice bullish resets. The 4 hour has some juice in the tank. 10 hour, our wait for 10 hour. Yeah, 10 hour is still just up there. It is pointing upwards at the moment, so obviously bullish. Obviously that can have an upward pressure on price action, which is good. 12 hour, we don't have to wait for 12 hour. 12 hour still looking good here. Daily has had a nice bullish reset and is pointing back up now as well. We're still room to run. 2 day looking okay here. 3 day starting to turn over a bit, but this is a longer term time frame. 5 day pointing up and still looking good. Weekly looking extremely good. Bi-weekly, I mean, this next tick will obviously be turning this up higher, obviously if we're at these prices, and maybe monthly in 7 days, maybe we'll get an actual turn up here. So these stochastics are not saying this is definitely going to happen, but are pretty heavily leaning the probabilities towards more upside here. So that potentially what will be on the cards here. We have got trend. and momentum and a potential expansion in volatility here. So yeah, it is looking good. Maybe we can establish that upside range for Bitcoin. Maybe, I mean, this price action to the upside has been relatively orderly. I wouldn't be surprised if, not saying this will happen, but if we get a less orderly upward move towards maybe even blasting straight through this 52, 53 towards 58 and a half thousand. Not necessarily in like one day or 1 12-hour candle, but maybe over just a couple of days, maybe we do see a blast up, and then we start to see some like sideways volatility, and then ultimately maybe come and test some of the lower side levels. That would oops, let me just undo that. That would look extremely normal price action if that was to happen. So yeah, we have got a very interesting week. Crypto is certainly hotting up again. It's not too far. I mean, if we do get a move up to here, that will literally be a 2x from these lows. So all the funds, institutions, all the people that were literally buying whatever they could get their hands on, buying loads of that GBTC below these levels, when we had all their GBTC FUD, the unlocking, the selling of those shares, they are probably going to be looking good. And anyone that's buying spot is going to be nearly at a 2x once we get into this area. So yeah, crypto will halt. People see the gains. People want to buy high. People want to buy high and sell low. That's what people like to do. So yeah, there we go. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys soon.